This is the lesson for 6-7, day 1 of transformation combinations. Now, what a combination is we're not just doing one thing to pictures, we are doing two different things to pictures. So, for example, you might do a dilation, then a reflection, or you might do a reflection, then a translation. So, you're going to be doing two things to each picture. It's very, very important that you remember that we always go from the letter to the same letter prime. So from A to A prime. Remember that a translation slides a picture. So you might go left or right and then go up or down. A dilation makes the picture bigger or smaller by multiplying. Remember that when you do a dilation, I think it's very important that you write down the coordinates. So if we had the coordinate of, for example, 2, 2, and we had to do a dilation of 3, we would have to multiply that point by 3 so 2, 2 would become 6, 6. So just know that you have to multiply in a dilation. If you had a dilation of 0.5, this 2, 2 would be multiplied by 0.5 and it would become 1, 1 instead, because remember, if we multiply by a fraction, it gets smaller. A reflection, remember that it could be over the x-axis like this one is, or it could be over the y-axis like this one is, but it is that flipped opposite mirror image. A rotation turns a picture. We won't have any rotations today, but we will tomorrow. So when we go to take a look at these pictures today, there is a little bit of notation that is brand new to you. The second picture is based on the first one that you draw. This second picture gets labeled like this. It gets labeled with something called double primes. Notice how there are 2 apostrophes after each letter. So it's A apostrophe apostrophe, B apostrophe apostrophe, C apostrophe apostrophe. That's pronounced as A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime. You are going to end up with a total of 3 pictures on each graph today. So it says, draw the image of the figure based on the sequence of transformations. So notice in our sequence, we have a dilation of 3, then we have a reflection over the x-axis. This dilation of 3 is going to get lettered with single primes. This reflection over the x-axis is going to be labeled with double primes. Your double prime picture is based off of this red picture, your single prime picture that you draw. You can't just pick and choose which one you're going to do first. If it says to do a dilation of 3, then a reflection over the x-axis, you have to do the dilation first, then do the reflection. You can't pick and choose the order that you want to do things on. So when we go to take a look and do this question, the first thing that we're going to do is a dilation of 3. When we go to do a dilation of 3, I think it's easier when you do a dilation to write down these coordinates right away. So looking at our original picture, our triangle ABC, we want to do a dilation of 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the coordinates for A, B, and C. Remember, when you go to write down coordinates, you always want to start right here in the middle. Remember that all coordinates are written x, comma, y. X is how many places you go over. Y is how many places you go up or down. So just be aware of that. So A, where is A really at? A is over 0 up to 2. So A is really 0, 2. B is really over to 2 up to 2. And C is over to 2 up to 0. So I didn't actually do anything yet. All I did was write down my original ones, because when you have a dilation and you have to do this dilation of 3, remember that you have to multiply. You have to multiply everything by 3. So you need these coordinates. So now I'm going to do my dilation of 3. So I'm going to take and I'm going to multiply all 6 of these numbers by 3 to do my dilation. 0 times 3 is 0. 2 times 3 is 6. For A prime, 0, 2 turned into 0, 6. 2, 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. So B, which was 2, 2, turns into B prime, which is 6, 6. 2, 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 0 times 3 is 0. So for C prime, 2, 0 turned into 6, 0 when I multiplied by 3, because that's what my dilation says to do. So now I'm going to graph these 3 points. 0, 6, over 0 up to 6. This is A prime. 6, 6, over to 6, up to 6. This is B prime. And 6, 0, over to 6, up to 0. This is C prime. I'm going to take and connect my dots to draw my new triangle. If my board would cooperate, I could do that. So connecting my dots to draw my new triangle. Our new triangle looks like that. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to do a reflection over the y-axis. Now, this is very, very important. This is one of the most important things out of this whole lesson. The double primed picture is based off of the single prime picture. So it's based off the one that you drew. So we're not looking at this blue original one anymore. We're done with that triangle. We want to use this single prime triangle, this red one, to do our double prime. So we're going to do a reflection over the x-axis. Now, with a reflection over the x-axis, here's my x-axis. I need to count how many places to that purple line and then count the same number away. So starting at A prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to that purple line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places away. This is a double prime. B prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places away from the line. This is B double prime. C prime is right on the line. So it's 0 places to it, 0 places away from it. Yes, they can end up being the same dot sometimes. Sometimes in these drawings today, you're going to have pictures that touch each other. Sometimes they're going to overlap each other as well. So connecting our dots to form our picture. This is our new picture. So again, you should end up with 3 pictures for each graph today. You have your original picture that will be already there. That is no primes. You'll have your first picture that you drew that is double prime, single primes. And then using that single prime picture, we're going to draw our double prime picture. You do have to label them with A prime, B prime, C prime, A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, in this next one, this says first, do a reflection over the y-axis, then do a translation of left 1 down 2. So this first one is going to give us our A prime, B prime, and C prime. And then our second one is going to give us our A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime. So taking a look at our single prime, we have to do a reflection over the y-axis. Here is our y-axis. When you go to do a reflection, you have to count how many places to it and count that same number away from it. I don't need to do my coordinates like I did in the previous question. I only did these coordinates in the previous question because I had to do a dilation. So you needed to do those. Here, I don't need to do the coordinates. I'm just doing a reflection over the y-axis. So A is one place to it. A prime is one place away from it. B is 1, 2, 3 places to it. 1, 2, 3 places away from it is B prime. C is 2 places to it. So C prime is 2 places away from it. Now we're going to do our double prime. Remember, our double prime is based off of our single primed picture. So we're done with that blue picture. We now want to focus on the red picture, and we need to do a translation of left 1 and down 2. So starting at A prime, we're going to go left 1, down 2. This is our new A double prime. Starting at B prime, left 1, down 2. This is our new B double prime. Starting at C prime, left 1, down 2. This is our new C double prime. Connect your dots to form your picture. Again, you should end up with 3 pictures on each one. You have your original, your single prime, and your double prime. Make sure that you label all of them appropriately. Let's do one more. All right, take a look at this last one. This last one, the first thing is a translation of right 3 up 1, and then a dilation of 1/2. So with the translation, that's going to give you your A prime, your B prime, and your C prime. With the dilation, that's going to give you your double primes. So when we take a look at our translation first, we're going right 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1. This is our new A prime. B is right 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1. This is our new B prime. And then C is right 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1. This is our new C prime. Connect your dots to form your picture. Now we need to do a dilation. Now, just like on the previous one, I need to write down the coordinates because I'm doing a dilation. A prime. A prime is really over to 4, up to 4. So A prime is really 4, 4. B prime is really over to 6, up to 4. And C prime is over to 5, up to 2. So now I need to do my dilation of 1/2. 1/2 is really 0.5. So I'm going to multiply all of these by 1/2 or 0.5. So I'm taking half of all those numbers because we want our triangle to get smaller. 4 times 1/2. Well, half of 4 is 2. 4 times 1/2 is 2. So our new A double prime, it goes from 4, 4 to 2, 2. So over to 2, up to 2. This is where my new A double prime is. Yes, the pictures will overlap. 6 times 1/2. Half of 6 is 3. 4 times 1/2 is 2. So this is my new B double prime. Over to 3, up to 2. And then C double prime, 5 times 1/2. Half of 5 is 2.5. It's okay to get decimals. Half of 2 is 1. So 5, 2 becomes 2.51. And this is C double prime. So over to 2.5. Now, where the heck is 2.5? 2.5 is halfway in between 2 and 3. So over to 2.5, up to 1. This is my new C double prime. Connect the dots to form your triangle, and there are our 3 shapes. You have your original one, your single prime, and your double prime. Again, the single biggest thing to remember is that your double prime picture, the purple ones here, are based off of the single prime, not based off the original one. It's based off the single prime.